but I think the ranking was more a reflection of what I was doing. Philanthropy, social good, giving back to people, introducing people to one another. I think that's really how you can build a big infrastructure of support. Two things I think that are missing in social media that I'd like to see a lot more of, and that is gratitude, the expression of gratitude in social media. And then just the whole notion of just really finding a way to give to people. I think a lot of times people may approach situations where they see what they simply and only see what they can get. But if you approach situations and see what you can get and also you can give, I think that you feel good about yourself and you've done something really great. And when you do that on social media, I'm in the United States, I know lots of people, connect with lots of people, work with lots of people around the world. I think the world can always be a lot more connected. I think the content is this, if I can just tell you this briefly. It's three things. I say my content is informational, it is inspirational, and it's aspirational. And I say that because I think that when you have the information that you need, when you are inspired to help people, that has a very profound effect on the things that you aspire to do. So that's what 1 million people see me do every single day, and I wouldn't change one thing about it. Social media is a bridge. So for example, if you have a degree of success in social media, right? I probably will do anywhere from 7 to 10 conferences a year. That's simply because people know who I am. Not simply because of what I'm doing by myself, but because people share my work. And when people share your work, that means that somebody out there is going to see it. You see, you're using the hashtags, you're communicating with people, you're emailing people, sure. But there has to be I'm sure, some level of word of mouth, like, hey, Sean Gardner is the one that you want. So when people support you, you have to find a way to give back. That was what I was saying earlier, that it's like, that's the bridge. So every time somebody retweets you, they shares your work, they like your stuff, they pin your stuff on Pinterest, they do these kinds of things, that represents a brick that you are using to build a bridge over to where you want to be. Two bits I think that I go talk about. One is that the success with social media and digital media has less to do with technology and more to do with psychology and sociology. So I think, yes, understand that. If you understand that social media, that looking at studying behavior, and looking at how people connect with each other, looking at how, just studying even a person in terms of how they go about their day, what they do, all of that will bring you greater success than just simply studying apps, you see, or digital platforms, because you can talk to your blue in the face about how great a digital platform is. But if you are not connecting with people and connecting with the right people to help you with your startup, then I won't say it's a waste of time, but you just need to rethink your strategy. So that's number one. The second thing is I look at social media. I work for a financial institution also in Washington State. And I do their social media. And one of the things I tell people, social media is international currency. All right? I always say this. Social media is international currency. Invest well. It is. Every single thing that you do, the people you connect with, the content that you create, the kinds of things that you're doing, that architecture, if you will, what you're building, that's investment. And if you invest well, if you make a good investment, and then you keep working on that investment, just like if you put $100 in the bank and then you keep maybe investing maybe another $20 or whatever it may be, whenever you have that kind of money, that grows over time. And social media is pretty much the same way. So it is an investment of time, money, resources. I think that it is certainly worth it, but understand that it's investment, and understand that you need to research people and research these platforms before you get yourself on it. When you do that, that will inform and that will completely elevate everything that you're doing about digital media, and even perhaps spill over into the startup.